And that got us to build this codelab, a kind of a course. And the structure that we have for the course is built out of 3 different modules. The first module is the one of this introduction, where what we're going to do is do some over-the-shoulder codelab. Philip wrote the codelab itself, the code in there. He's going to show it step by step, all the different things that are there. And I'm going to prod and ask him questions so that we both get an understanding, me and you guys, of how these things actually work and why they are done this way. The second part of the codelab is a module with exercises. Different things that we haven't included in the original codelab, and we found that they are also very important. And we wanted to add them, introduce them as exercises in a way that we explain a problem or something that needs to be added. You'll get the time needed to build that on your own. And then we provide the code that does that for you as well. So you can check and see what we've done there. The third part is a module with resources. It's a resource library with various lessons and videos around things that you need to know about WebRTC that aren't covered in the codelab itself. Things like what is jitter and how turn and stun actually work, and what are the how to read the WebRTC internals file. Now we are going to focus on the walkthrough at the moment, and that's the heart of the codelab itself. The next lesson that we are going to go through is preparation, which will explain how to get the code and start preparing the system to run it. Then we have a lesson around running the sample. So we'll see the sample of our codelab running and how it works and why it works that way. Then we'll do a walkthrough of the index.html file. That's where we have all of the client-side code that the browser is running. After that, we're going to go into 2 lessons, Signaling 101 and Signaling 102. Signaling 101 is going to explain the Node.js code of the server and how the signaling protocol works there. And Signaling 102 is going to go and explain how the signaling protocol works on the client side. Then we'll set up stun as part of the system and show how it works and how we configure it into our code. After that, we'll start dealing with the different features that you can do throughout the WebRTC session. We'll have a lesson around mute and unmute, and 1 lesson around sharing the screen, and 1 on hanging up the call. The next lesson is going to talk about connection states. It's going to be more an explanation how connection states exactly work and operate in WebRTC and what you are expected to do in these different states and how you find them. And our last lesson in the walkthrough is going to be the statistics, a look at GetStats, how we use it, where we can use it, and for what reasons. The last lesson after that is going to be a summary of the codelab walkthrough. There is a GitHub repository available as well. It's publicly open. You might have even came to the course through that repo. The repository is open and available. You can download and use it. We will use it in our codelab. Now, the exercises section has their own repository, which is not publicly available. And that would be given, the link for that would be given throughout the exercises module itself.